Hello friends, today we are going to see about the application of shortcut encoded inequalities. Okay, the first and the foremost thing is to draw the diagram. Okay, so greater than or equal to, smaller than or equal to, greater than, smaller than, then the arrow marks. You have to draw the arrow marks properly because you will not get the answer for it. Okay, if you draw it incorrectly, then you will not get the answers correct. Okay, and the next step is substituting the symbols to the respective greater than or equal to signs. Okay, dollar means P is not smaller than Q. If it is not smaller, it can be greater or equal. So dollar should come here. Then star means P is neither smaller than nor equal to. It is not smaller or it is not equal, so it should be greater. Okay. Then P at Q means P is not greater than Q. If it is not greater than Q, it can be smaller or equal. Okay. And P hash Q means P is neither greater than nor smaller than Q. If it is neither greater nor smaller, then it should be equal. Then P star Q means P is neither greater than nor equal to. So the remaining one should come here. Okay, and I'm going to go for these statements directly, and I'm not going to explain how we are going to simplify it to this one, because I've already explained the same thing in the previous videos, so I'm not going to explain it. Okay, this is the simplified form of the first question, and you have three statements there, that is M star T, T, $K and K hash T. Okay, this is a simplified statement. Now I'm going to go for the conclusion straight away. So M star D. Okay, and in this method you're not going to consider the alphabets. Okay, you're going to only consider the symbols. Okay, so D is here and M is here, so I'm going to move in the opposite direction. Usually we will move in this direction. Okay, now I'm going to move in the opposite direction, because even this plays an important part. I'll tell you why it plays an important part. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to move from D to M. So as I told you before, I'm not going to consider the alphabets. I'm just going to consider the symbols. Okay. So D to M means the first stop will be between hash and dollar. Okay. Hash is here and dollar is here, so I'm going to move from hash to dollar. Since it is in the direction of the arrow mark, I can reach that point. So now I've reached this point. Okay, now the next thing will be from dollar to star. So dollar is here and star is here, so I'm going to move from dollar to star. Okay, now I've reached this point. Since it is in the same direction, I can reach this point. Okay, so my answer should be D star M. So that means the end point will be your symbol between the two alphabets. Okay, but the problem here is we moved in the opposite direction. If we have moved in this direction, this would have been the answer. But since we moved in the opposite direction, the answer should be the opposite sign of star. So star is here. The opposite sign of star is percentage. So percentage. This is your answer, D percentage M, and that is the first conclusion. Okay, so the first conclusion is right. The second one is M star K. Okay, so M is here and K is here. Okay, so we are going in the forward direction. So now the one thing which we have to be sure is that the resultant value will be your answer. Okay, so now I'm going to move from star to dollar. So star is here. So star is, this is star, and dollar is here. Okay, so I'm going to move from star to dollar. But the problem here is it is against the direction of the arrow mark. So if it is against the direction of the arrow mark, I have to come back. So I will move from here to here. Since it is in the opposite direction of the arrow mark, I'll have to come back, and my resultant value will be the same thing, that is star. So M star K will be your answer. So the second conclusion is right. See, in the first conclusion, I changed the sign because we moved in the opposite direction. We moved from D to M. This is the opposite direction. But in the second conclusion, we moved from M to K. It is in the same direction. That is how you normally go. Okay, from left to right. If you move from right to left, that means then you have to reverse the sign which you're getting at the end. Okay, so both are right, so the answer should be 5. Okay, and now I don't have time, that's why I'll not be able to explain the complete thing. Within a week I'll explain all these 5 and another 6 more sums with the same method. Okay, thanks for listening. And if you got any doubts, you can post it in the comment box. I'm not sure whether I have explained it properly or not. Because of time constraint, I'm not able to do it. But within a week, I'll be able to explain it more clearly with more examples. Okay, thank you so much for listening.